Hey y'all, so I am back. The book vlog. We're going to be reading Ashes of Gold by Elle. I am listening to the audiobook. I started the audiobook 3 days ago. Today's date is the 18th. It's September 18th. It's a Sunday. And I am on chapter 20 of the audiobook. I already read the first part of Ashes of Gold, which is Wings of Ebony. I have the copy of the book. It's over there. I have the physical copy of the book, but I could not find the second part. So we're going to listen to it in audio. And then for another book we're going to read in this book vlog is also This Poison Heart. And then I'm going to get the second copy of this book, and then we're going to read the second part of this book, and I think it's called The Wicked something. But yeah, so far in Ashes of Gold, I am enjoying the book. Now, I did have like my little gripe with the first book, Wings of Ebony, but I'm actually really enjoying Ashes of Gold. The book opened with Rue in a cell with Jamal. Jamal is the boy that is from Gazan, and she met him, so he's like a love interest essentially, and he is following her along within this journey. And then there are some girls that are in, I don't want to say a tribe, but I kind of want to say a tribe because that's the only way I understand it. They're kind of like in a tribe within the Brown Gazon like people, and they are trying to protect Rue. The general basically got people working for him and stuff. And there's like a group of people within this story I can able to like carry magic. So when the general had his system, there were groups of people that could not carry magic. I think they were like forbidden to have magic. Went to the bookstore where where this lady named Totsky, I think that's her name, in the last book, where she took her in. She said she would read books there when she was staying there at the lady bookstore. So she went to the back to that bookstore, and there that group is there, and they kind of like captured her. They mentioned a witch somehow within the book, right? So she wants to go talk to the witch so she can figure out how she can and get in contact with her ancestors, right? So they said don't call her a witch, but she's definitely a witch. Anyway, she met with the witch, and she, they're doing the magic stuff, right? And she's basically like, somebody is going to betray you, not just somebody, but somebody. These meaning more than one person, and one person has already betrayed you already, right? So, enjoying the mystery part of the betrayal part. All that has been going on for now. Nothing too crazy. We did get some action too. A little bit of magic action, which I was, ready for, because I feel like in the last book that it wasn't as much magic action packed. I just made it up. Magic action pack as it should have been. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like we needed more. And then I also did not like how it ended. So, yeah, I just hope that this ends. We get a 5 stars. Hopefully we get a 5 stars. I'm praying for 5 stars because, like, I just feel like I haven't been getting 5 stars. But, it's cool. But, yeah. I will see you guys in my next clip.
48 hours later.
Hey y'all, so we are in my car. I just got off of work. Yeah, I went in early this morning, and it's about like 11, 12ish, whatever. I went and got me some food. I have about like 3 hours left of the book, so I just wanted to come and give like my thoughts before we move forward within the end of the book. So far I am enjoying the book. First of all, the plot twist. I don't want to do no more reading for today. I'm just over it. I am really tired. So I probably won't start back reading until tomorrow. You'll probably see me again and we'll finish this book off. Ended up trying to take them and get them underground, because they live underground. So there are people who like live underground. Basically the white the gray people, the white gray people. I don't remember what race name. Basically made them feel like, I guess, inferior for, you know, their race or whatever. So that's why they were not able to, you know, wield magic. So they basically just made a way for themselves underground. Okay, so Rue ended up calling her ex nigga, what's his name? Not Jeremy, child. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I can't think of his name, but his name starts with a J. Calling her ex nigga from East Road to come like help her, be by her side for like support and stuff, because once she got word that, you know, somebody is going to betray her from the seer, the witch, she was like, you know, she's basically like keeping her, she's side-eyeing everybody, and she knows that she can trust him because, you know, he's like been there for her like the entire time, and like he really doesn't have really a bone in this fight anyway, because he doesn't even wield any type of fucking magic, and he's from East Road, so like what is he gonna do, right? So, and I guess it's gonna end in like a, you know, love chapter. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Toxie's sister, I don't remember her name either. Why I can't remember nobody's names right now? Like, that job was just fresh on my brain. I think I'm just really tired, because honestly, if I would have slept and did this clip would be better, but like, fuck it, I'm already recording. So she made Toxie's sister do a not a blood ritual, well, it's a blood ritual, but she made her do a spell to vow to not, I guess, like betray her, some type of spell, like if she betrays her she would die bit by bit. So like some shit like that. Keeping secrets, she was keeping secrets. I know the secret already, but I'm gonna wait to the end of the video so I can talk. But basically her ass is, you know, keeping secrets or whatever, and like, you know, saying certain things about her mom, and like, oh, you don't know who she is, she's bad, she's this and she's that. And Rue is just like, well, tell me what the fuck is up with your mama then. Like, why you treating her like that? Why you leaving her underground? In the book there was a battle with the chancellor, and she does not remember what happened, and she can remember bits and pieces, but as what's her name, the seer, the witch, told her that there is basically a potion that you can use to try and get your memory back, and she's basically side-eyeing Bree, because Bree know how to make potions and shit like that. And she was like, well, Bree, why you ain't recommend no memory potion? She was like, well, I didn't recommend it because I don't have the ingredients, so I didn't feel the need to recommend it because I don't have the ingredients. And, you know, she's kind of like, you know, side-eyeing the fuck out of her, because like, bitch, what the fuck, like. But like, I can see where she's coming from, because why would I recommend it to you and I ain't got the fucking ingredients for it? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, what's the point? But she's also side-eyeing her because, you know, in the beginning of the story of what the seer told her, like, somebody's going to betray you, somebody has already been betraying you, blah 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 blah. But like, I really think this is going to be a 5-star read. I really want to give it a 5-star read. I will see you guys in my next clip. Bye.
The next day.
I think it's the 20th. It is Wednesday. Last I talked to y'all, I think it was Tuesday last time I talked to y'all. So yeah, it's the 20th, because yesterday was the 19th. Okay. So today's the 20th. I finished the book I actually finished the book this morning when I was at work, but I didn't feel like making my clip in the car. I could have made my clip in the car, but I did not feel like it. Like, I was so exhausted today. So it's like, and plus I feel like I would have a better spirit, and I would be able to, you know, give out my thoughts more eloquently if I, you know, got some rest, got my energy back. So it's later tonight. It's like, I don't know what time it is. It's late. It's like 10 o'clock, something like that. And I decided to go ahead and make my clip so I can go ahead and do all the stuff I need to do. I really don't know how to feel about this series. I think I'm going to give this book a 3. Like, I think I'm just going to give both of the books a 3. I think I'm going to give this entire series a 3. Because okay, what's the good things? Good things, good things, good things. Okay. The book was well written. Like I don't think the book was bad. The book was well written. It wasn't drawn out. She did get us to the point where we need to be within the scenes. There wasn't nothing drawn out or anything. I told y'all that, somebody, I already felt like somebody was going to betray her, right? But apparently it's like more than one betrayal going on here. So so Miss Mama's the witch, the seer, Tavi, which is the sister, Tavi and Totsy's mama, she is the one who was talking about people being betrayed when she technically has betrayed Rue. First of all, everybody been lying to Rue. Everybody been lying to Rue. Jamal, Kai, Zara, who else? Bree here has been lying to Rue because she's talking about, oh, it's, people gonna be betraying her, right? But technically she didn't lie. She omitted information, which is still a form of lying. But she has omitted information from her because the seer's baby daddy is the chancellor. The chancellor is her baby daddy. Tavi and Totsy, that is their daddy. That's their daddy. And apparently, she was the one who had created the potions that he had given to the Gazoni people for them to take so they can die. So he kind of manipulated her in, like, they were like lovers, and she like fell in love with him, and he was like manipulating her, and he like made her like bury the potions because, I think of how deadly it was, and he ended up digging up the potions and even up leaving her for dead. And then she had found out she was pregnant and all that stuff, and then she ended up getting really sick, really fragile and stuff. Like, people have to like carry her, and she has to like be put in, like, she says her bones be hurting and all this stuff. So basically she has been cursed because I think of the magic, because like anybody who gets a hold of the Gazoni magic, they things happen to them because it's not supposed to be for them, right? So that's basically what happened to her, and she was like, she just want to get her revenge. Now, since we're talking about the mama, let's go ahead and talk about Miss Tavi. Not Totsy. I think Totsy, I don't remember what happened to Totsy. I think she died. I don't remember. But she wasn't even in the story. I don't remember what happened to her. But let's get on to Miss Tavi. So Tavi was already being a little flaky. She was already being a little flaky, a little slimy throughout the movie anyway, because she was not being direct. She was omitting information. She was being nosy. She was being nosy, but also when Rue would ask her questions, she would omit information. So it's like, excuse me, but why? Okay, so why, shit was going on in the book, at the end of the book, the chancellor had arrived and all this stuff. Why the fuck did Tavi decide that she wanted to jump in the fight? Why did Tavi, first of all, Tavi can go to hell. Tavi can go to fucking hell, because why the fuck and then she had some nerve to try to give us a sob story talking about, oh, she just wanted to prove to her dad, that how great she was. So that's why she went against her people by electrocuting them, I think. So you decided to electrocute the people that you have been around your entire life to get some credit and recognition and attention from your dad. Number one, he did not even know that he had daughters, right? He said he heard the rumors, right? But like, he did not know that was you. So you are doing all of this and betraying people on your team to get recognition from your ain't shit ass dad who stabbed you. Literally, he stabbed her at the end of the book. What? Are you a fucking idiot? Are you a fucking idiot? And I'm supposed to like feel bad for you? I don't feel bad for you, girl. Like, I understand, like, you want acceptance from your dad. Like, trust me, I understand it. But you think You think I'm gonna betray people who I've been fighting with my entire life to get some acceptance from a nigga who I don't fucking know? Be fucking for real. Next betrayal. Miss Kai. Miss Kai, you are one of the most delusional characters I've ever came across in my entire life. This bitch is so fucking ditzy. First of all, how the fuck did you think that you were gonna go against? How the fuck you think you was gonna go against someone who is carrying the power of the ancestors? Be fucking for real. Secondly, how the fuck you think you were going to be crowned queen when you know for a fact that the only way you're going to be crowned queen is by the ancestors, not by no fucking white man that has stolen the magic of your people? Are you dumb? You wanted to be queen that bad? You wanted to be queen that bad that you put your people at stake and now there's blood on your hands? Not just... This girl literally had got Jamal and Zora killed. She made... Is it Zara? She made Zara take a blood oath to kill Rue, but she decided against it because she, you know, got to know Rue and, you know, she started to like Rue. And she died. And she was like, well, I made her take the blood oath because technically it's not my fault. She didn't take her oath. Bitch, you still got blood on your hands. It was your idea to do the blood oath. You knew that Zara was going to do anything you said to her because y'all are part of the same tribe. You are a sorry ass character. I don't have nothing for you. I don't have no sympathy for you. You can do all the crying. Like, honestly, Rue should have killed you if we being for real. But since y'all are Gazoni people and y'all are part of the same tribe and shit, you know, but I would have killed your ass. Sorry, you needed to die for that. That amount of... First of all, this bitch was literally, like, working with the Chancellor, like, coming in and, like, sticking out and seeing what Rue is doing, faking like she's a part of the tribe, all this shit, just to go tell the Chancellor what the fuck she been doing, all so she could be fake queen. Are you a fucking idiot? You really think that he was gonna give you that power? Did you really think he was gonna give you that power? That power was for him. He was using you. Are you an idiot? Apparently, yes. So, Jamal. First of all, she was so hurt that Jamal would betray her. But honestly, Jamal ended up not betraying her. He was actually, like, keeping secrets and omitting information and stuff because he was trying to prevent Zara from, you know, doing what she was finna do, because he and Zara used to be in a relationship, so he, you know, he can kind of get his way in and try to fake like he, you know, and that kind of was the situation with that. But he jumped in front of the stake that Zara was finna use to kill her, and he sacrificed his life for the girl. And Jamal and Rue was in love. Like, they literally been in a prison cell for months on end together. So, like, I do expect her to have, like, feelings for him and stuff. And honestly, I don't really feel like he should have died. But, like, you know, it's sad. It's sad. I don't really feel like he should have died. Yeah. So, you know, Julius was there. I really don't got nothing for Julius. I mean, he did what he needed to do. He did his part. Like, I don't really got nothing for Julius. I really don't. I honestly don't. Cute, I guess. It wasn't like a love triangle, but, like, it was more so, like, you know how it's like you have one and then you have the other. It's kind of like that, but, like, ugh, whatever. Bree, you should have told that girl about the potion. I don't know. Bree as a character, I do like her as a character. She is a little bit annoying because she's kind of dense sometimes, but she does check herself when she needs to be checked. She checks herself when it needs to be checked. So and you know what? Without Bree, a whole lot of stuff that happened throughout these books within Rue's plan would not have happened without Bree. So, like, you know, I have an appreciation for Bree because, you know, certain things will not happen without her. Like, all of her gadgets and her making these potions and her, like, helping heal people with her paste and all this and all that. Like, she literally sacrificed a whole lot. And I feel like Rue need to give her some more appreciation for that. Like, you know, we did have her as a suspect for, you know, portraying Rue, right? But I'm glad that the author did not go the route of like using Bree as like the, you know, betrayer, because it's like it's kind of obvious, you know what I mean, because of who she is and where she comes from, right? It would be obvious for her to be the betrayer, right? So I kind of like how the author did not use her for that, because you know it gives the audience a surprise, right? But I do like Brie as a character, and I feel like she deserves more for the amount of stuff she has done. Like, without her gadgets, where the fuck would Rue and her sour ass plans be? And speaking of Rue, one thing I don't like about the book is how she was so sour as a character. Like, it feels like she was sour throughout the entire series. If we being for real, like she was sour in Wings of Ebony, but then like I want to say like at the end when like her father passed, and like when she realized like, oh, my father passed, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, you know, a lot of people's lives at stake. It was like, yeah, she had that spark in her. But then when, you know, she lost that battle, right after the battle within the second book, she kind of like fell off, and you know, because of that, you know, mistake that she made, you know, a lot of the Gazoni people died from that mistake. You know, she kind of put all that blame on herself, and you know, she had a lot of stuff on her hands, right? So like I can understand why she may felt like, you know, so insecure about like becoming queen and being the leader that she is, right? But like it was very irritating throughout the fucking book, because at the end of the day, like she did all this to like get her ancestors up and all this stuff, but they had already told her like, it's you have the power to end this, not us. I feel like they told her that before. So like her going to wake up the ancestors to like tell her this again, it was dumb, honestly, because like they already told you that. They already told you that. Like, it's you. Like, and you was like, and she was like, oh, my plan, they can't help us. It's like, girl, they had already told you previously that it's you. You know, you, maybe, I don't know, maybe she misinterpreted that, you know, you have to be the one to lead, but like you are the one to end it. Like, you are the one carrying the magic of the ancestors. Like, you have to end it, girl. What? Now, I did understand that she had to call in the ancestors anyway, because she had to figure out, you know, getting the magic, how to get the magic back and stuff. But like, girl, the girls had already told you that you were gonna have to do it. Who followed the chancellor? They ended up taking the onyx from them because they carried the magic in onyx and burying it underground, basically like giving it back to the earth. But yeah, Ashes of Gold a little more than Wings of Ebony, so I'll probably give Ashes of Gold maybe a 3.7. I don't want to give it a 4. It's not a 4. Rue's character development, it was like mm, mm, um what else? At least the Chancellor died. But he didn't have a ruthless death. Like, he should have got a ruthless death. Like, he was out here, like, ruthlessly killing people, all brutal and shit. Like, he should have died ruthlessly. Like, not by no poison from the lady. But the lady had to, you know, get her, you know, her lick back. You know, get her revenge or whatever. But, like, he should have died, like, ruthlessly, not slowly. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, because I be for the death. I be for the death. I be for the killing. Okay, I be for that. I be for it. Next book I'm going to read is This Poison Heart. I have the physical copy of the book, but it's over there. Yeah, it's over there. It's not over here. So I'm gonna start that book. I'm not gonna start it tonight, because bitch, I got laundry to do. It's all on my bed. Like, I have laundry to do tonight, and I have to prepare for videos and stuff for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not gonna read today. I'm probably gonna start reading it tomorrow. I will see you guys in my next clip.
4 to 6 more days later.
Hey y'all, so I am back, and I started This Poison Heart. Last time you guys saw me, it was last Wednesday, and it was the 21st. And I started This Poison Heart yesterday, which was the 25th, and today is the 26th, and it's a Monday. So this book has 31 chapters. So I'm gonna come 3 times. I'm gonna the first time, then I'm gonna come midway, and then at the end I'll give my final thoughts. And I'll just do it, by tens. But I am on the 12th chapter now, and I decided to go ahead and start the clip. An hour ago I went and took a shower and all that stuff because I have to get up in the morning to go to work. So I want to go ahead and do this, so since it's fresh on my mind. So far I have been enjoying the hell out of this book. I've just been enjoying the hell out of this book. Like, I hope that this book is 5 stars. This year has been a little rocky for reading for me, but like, I just hope that this book is 5 stars because I am enjoying this book. Like, it's so good so far. So this book follow Briseis. She has a Greek name. Like, her name is from like mythology, and her mom and her aunt has a Greek name too. Like, they're named after goddesses, but I can't figure out which one. I know one of them is the goddess of sorcery. Well, we follow Miss Briseis, and she is going into her senior year of high school, and she lives in Brooklyn, and she has this power to where she grow plants. She can they gravitate towards her. Like, if she's sad, they'll die down, and if she's happy, they'll like flock up. And then she has like the trees even like flock to her. So even when she like goes outside and she like looks into like the nature and stuff, it causes like a ruckus, right? Like, it causes a ruckus. So that's kind of like the point of view of her power, and she's having like a hard time trying to like control it, because when she was, I think, 5th grade or something. Was it 5th grade? I think it was kindergarten or something like that. Somewhere in her elementary school, she ended up eating these like poisonous berries. And this girl named Tabitha dared her to do it, but like, when Tabitha dared her to do it, Tabitha ended up getting sick. Like, she was diarrhea, vomiting, all in the hospital, all this. But when she had it, nothing happened to her. Like, she was fine. So she assumed that her power had something to do with that. And her parents, she has moms. So she has her mom, name is Sandy, and then her other mom, Mo, her real name is Angie, but they go by Mo and Mom. Okay, so Mo and Mom realized about her powers and whatever, and they basically have been instilling in her powers. So like, they've been investing into her. So like, they would give her plants to like practice with. They would give her seeds to practice with. Like, they've been basically supporting her power. And Mom and Mo, they also own a flower shop that is named after Bree. It's called Breeze, and they do arrangements and things of that sort. And sometimes she would try to use her power, but her power would, like, she would be like nauseous, very exhausted after like trying to use her power to create flowers. So they would just use what they had in the arrangements. She is adopted by her mom's. Her aunt has left her a home that is located outside. I don't want to say the outskirts of New York, but it's not located in the city. And this house is a really big home on 40 acres of land. And it's like in the middle of this very, very, very small town. And because Mo and Mom are like struggling with bills, rent is going up, and the apartment that they live in is right above the flower shop. So, they're paying rent for both. And they're basically having a hard time, and Bree is like, well, we can go there and stay there, since we're having a hard time. So she ended up, taking the house. Her aunt ended up leaving everything to her. There's like an herbal shop within the home that has like a lot of different plants there, but there's also a lot of deadly poisonous flowers and plants there as well. This Redmond, which is the lawyer who she had consulted with about like the home and all of this stuff, she gave her these envelopes and stuff about, about the house and stuff. And within the notes, it's basically leading her to different notes. So she told Bree about this safe that is behind a particular picture, and it has notes that Bree's aunt had left to her to lead her into this garden. And within this garden, it's a lot of deadly, poisonous leaves, herbs, things of that sort. I don't know just yet what is she supposed to be protecting. So I'm assuming that she's supposed to be protecting this poisonous area from people for to get it. And I also think she's supposed to be like helping heal people with the herb medicines and all of this stuff, because so far within the book, this guy named Alec Morris, he's like a older guy, like in his 70s. He was caught back there, trying to like get some herbs, and he assumed that she was her mom because she looks exactly like her mom apparently. And he was in there and he was like asking for herbs, and he was fluffing around in the leaves and stuff, so he was like blisters and all that stuff and cuts and whatever, because he was in places he shouldn't have been. So they ended up calling this lady named Dr. Grant, who is like, it's not a police department they have, since they defunded their police department. It's like it's kind of like people who watch over the neighborhoods or whatever. So Dr. Grant came and took him to the hospital, and Bree, she visited him and she wanted to know why he was there and stuff like that, after she had found out about like the poisonous and the deadly stuff there. And he was telling her that her mom would help him and would give him this certain type of herb to help with his diabetes, and she is basically going to go get that for him. That is where we left off. I'm just really interested as to see like what else is going to be happening within this book. The lady who I think is in the second book with the gray hair that's on the front cover, she wasn't mentioned. I think that is who she saw in the driveway, because she saw a lady in the driveway. But then when they went outside, she disappeared. And I think that was the lady she saw in the driveway. So I assume that maybe she does some type of work with her mom and her aunt. That's what I'm going to assume, because ain't no way you just going to be in somebody's driveway looking at them and smiling and then leaving. You know what I mean? Like, what type of weird shit is that? But the people who are in this town are actually kind of weird, but I think it's because how small it is. Everybody knows each other. I probably will not read anymore tonight because I am honestly really tired, and it's already like 11 o'clock and then I have to get up really early for work. So yeah, so far this has been good. I am praying that this is 5 stars. I am praying that this is even 5 stars, because like this has been, I want to almost say best book of the year for me. I almost want to say it, but I'm not going to say too much, because you know how it be when you be reading.
2 days later.
With this book. I'm sorry. I'm out of breath. I was trying to catch my breath because I just came from downstairs. Oh, goodness, child. So I am all washed up and ready for bed because I have to get up for work tomorrow morning. Today is Wednesday. Last time you guys saw me, it was Monday the 26th, and today is the 28th. So I've been doing pretty good. I really want to get this book done before October 1st. It's really straight to the point too. Like, it's not drawn out or anything. Like, we're getting straight to the point. Like, there's nothing drawn out. It's a very easy read. So Bree and her parents decided to go into town and go explore the town or whatever. And they've been basically going into stores and whatnot. And Bree ended up going into a bookstore, and she ended up meeting Carter. Carter is also the son of the lawyer, Mrs. Redmond. We found that out, but that was kind of like a couple of pages, I think. So he works at the bookstore, and he has kind of like befriended Bree. When they first met, he went out to eat with her parents, and then he's been like coming to the house, like he's been like hanging out with her and stuff. And she decided to tell Carter about her magic gift or whatever, because this will be her first time telling a friend about her gift. And he hasn't been acting weird or anything. I don't know, he has, to me, he's been acting weird, but he said in the book that he went and got another job, so I don't know. And he also has like a weird relationship with his mom. I don't know what that is. She's neglectful, so like, he don't really spend time with her. And then he didn't really tell Bree much about his dad either, but he has some neglectful parents, so he's kind of like shut off a little bit. But him and Bree have been opening up to each other, and he has become like a friend to her. So that's who Carter is. Marie. So Marie is the silver-haired girl that she saw in the driveway. Remember the girl I told you she saw in the driveway and had disappeared? So she popped up at the house, and they're attracted to each other. So there's like some tension there, a little romantic tension or whatever. She also ended up telling Carter about the gate. So within the notes, her aunt has been leading her to a gate, to a gate, and behind the gate there is a poison garden, and they keep it guarded because the garden is poisonous, right? And then there's another like vault, and the key, she could not find the key to the vault, so she was looking for the key to the vault. She ended up finding it within this like secret office that is in the room that she is sleeping in. So she has the key to that, and at first she was calling Mrs. Redmond to ask her if there was any other extra keys or anything like that, but it ended up being like extra paper that that her secretary forgot to give her, so she ended up giving her that. But she is still trying to put the pieces together as to what this gift is, and like figuring out the history of her and her birth family. But what's weird is a lot of these, first of all, the people in this town is kind of fucking weird, number one. But it's a small town also, but they're weird as fuck. And then you have some of the people like in the town wanting the apothecary to be open, because it's just the herbal medicine place that's within the house. They want it to be open back up because it has helped a lot of people, right? But what they're saying, these motherfuckers is speaking in riddles, right? And Bree is not really catching on to what they're saying, right? So you'll have like Marie is kind of like hinting towards like, yeah, there's something going on behind that vault, right? Or whatever. And she's telling her like, there's something behind that vault, right? You probably shouldn't open it, whatever, because there has been people within her family in that vault may have caused like people within her family to like get sick and pass on or whatever. And so she's kind of been hesitant about opening the vault, but we'll get to that at the end of the story. I don't know why she's not catching on to that. She should probably watch her back, because there are going to be people trying to do shit they ain't got no business doing. I think they are descendants of like a powerful magical Greek family. I hate when people speak in fucking riddles, because it's like, bitch, why the fuck do I have to figure out what you're saying? Just say it. Like, just say it. But they're not doing that, and they're like smiling, and like, I don't know, it's just really weird behavior. I don't know, I guess because she looks so much like her mom and her aunt, but it's like, stop being weird. I don't know, everybody is weird at this point. I do like the moms. I love the moms. They are fun. They are cute. I love them so much. Mo and Mom are so fun and cute. Like, in my next clip.
Several days later.
Hey y'all, so I just finished this Poison Heart, and I think I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 stars. Let me go ahead and sit down. I don't know why I always start these videos out like this, but we're gonna have to sit over here because it's a lot going on at their bed over there. I'm gonna give this Poison Heart a 5 out of 5 stars. This book was one of the best reads I've had this year, and I guess we can go ahead and get to the synopsis and like the flowing of the story. So I told you guys about her aunt. Well, I figured out how to pronounce her aunt's name is Cersei. Bitch, I don't know why I be struggling to pronounce people's names. Maybe it's just the low country in me. Y'all know I kind of talk funny anyway, so like whatever. But Cersei, her aunt or whatever, right? So we ended up finding out that the goddess Medea, she is related to this Greek family, right? So Medea is the goddess that she is related to or whatever, and they are a part of this ancient family. And the heart that is supposed to be protected, that is within those gates or whatever, that heart is from one of her ancestors. I forgot his name, his heart or some mess like that. So that heart was actually of someone who was slaughtered into pieces, and they buried his pieces into the ground, and it flourished into flowers. And those flowers can be used for immortality and to help heal people, right? But it can help heal people, but the side effects is like immortality and like super strength. So I told you guys about Marie, right? Apparently Marie is like 350 something odd years old, and she was talking about like she was talking about Bree's ancestors as if she knew them, right? But she's 17. So she said that she's going to be 17 for forever because Assyria or something like that. Her aunt Assyria or something like that. Assyria's, I don't remember her name. It's something like that. She, one of her ancestors, Bree ancestors, helped heal her by giving her a piece of the heart. And so now she's basically immortal and she has some type of like super strength or whatever. So one thing I was annoyed with is people not actually telling Bree like the situation behind the heart. She's basically was like in a fucking maze. Not only that, the person who was leaving her the notes was not her aunt. Apparently Cersei is not even dead. She's actually went missing, and Mrs. Redmond is a part of the whole thing of like depicting as if she was supposed to give her the home and stuff. So the actual lawyer who was supposed to, you know, give her the home, the paperwork and the keys and all that had turned up missing. Well, she didn't turn up missing. She actually was unalived by someone. So Mrs. Redmond took those things. She portrayed herself as if she was some type of fake ass lawyer. She wasn't. And Carter has also been lying to Bree, when in reality he was around here helping his mom try and get this heart, because Mrs. Redmond's whole point was trying to get the heart. Redmond is apparently a part of, she is a descendant of one of Hermes, which if you're into Greek mythology, you know who that is. She is one of his descendants, and she's related to the guy Jason, which is the man who was married to one of Bree's ancestors, who, you know, deceived her and had like 3 kids with her. She's, I think, one of the kids. So they have some type of opposition, family, you know, family versus family type of ordeal. And yeah, one of the goddesses came. I think her name is Hecate. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. She came in and she tossed Mrs. Redmond ass out of here. And the mom, which is Bree's adoptive mom, her adoptive mom, not Mo. Mo was out. She was on her way back. But Bree's adoptive mom, Mo, she ended up dying because of Mrs. Redmond and her antics. So now Bree is on the hunt to try and find the 6 hearts so that she can resurrect her mom. And that's kind of where we left off with that. And Hecate took her mom, and she's going to be watching over her mom's body until she finds the 6 hearts so she can resurrect her mom. And yeah, that's kind of what has happened. I knew these people in here was fucking weird. Like, I just knew these people in here were like, not in the, like, yeah, in the book, but like the people in this, I knew they were weird because with the way they were acting and like the things they were saying, it was just like the vibe is off here. But the only thing I was kind of irritated with is like Bree not catching on to like what they were saying and all that stuff. It was really, he's a fucking traitor and he's a loser, but apparently he done disappeared off or some shit like that, so I'm sure we're gonna see his raggedy ass in the second book. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Greek mythology aspect and adding like black women to Greek mythology. I really like the ordeal of that. I like the theme of that. I thought it was a really clever theme, and I also enjoyed the pacing of this book. The pacing of this book is really, really excellent, and the book is also really well written. Like we're here, like we're getting straight to the point. It's not being dragged out. It's a really easy read. I really could have got this done earlier, but like I've been distracted. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. Like I really, really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed the magic of it all. I'm really hoping in the next book, This Wicked Fate, which I'm going to try and read this year, I really hope that she comes into her power fully and she eat the girls up like she should have been. You know, I really want her to dig into her poison, you know, her poison ivy, her poison ivy bag. She's already immune to the poisons. She already, like, I feel like once she get control, she's gonna be unstoppable. That's what it's called. It's called Abacaritus heart. That's what it's called. And the ancestor, which I think is like her great uncle or something like that, his name is Abacaritus. I think that's his name. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. It's gonna get a 5 out of 5 stars to me. I really liked Mo and Mom's relationship. Like the dynamic between Marie and Bree. They kind of have like a little romantic type of thing too, which I don't really know how that's gonna work, especially since, you know, she's immortal and she's 17. Like, what are you gonna do when you get older? You know what I mean? But I guess I'm thinking too much ahead. Whatever. A 5-star read, and I'm so happy that I finally got a 5 out of 5 star read. Cause the last one I had was Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, which I read a couple of months back. Whatever. Read This Poison Heart or Ashes of Gold. Please tell me your thoughts down below so we can chat. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Yep.